Hello, truckers. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are sitting in a truck at a rest area, or more like at a motel. It's 9 o'clock. It's about an hour later than I usually go to bed, so let's just go ahead and go to bed. Let's see, we got $31,719. What do we earn overnight? I think when we last checked, we're not going to have many deliveries overnight, but it looks like we got one, which was probably more than I was actually expecting it. Starting an hour late, so since we're starting at 7, that means we can drive until 6 p.m. Let's zoom into Missoula, because that's where we're going today. We should reach there. It's only, I don't want to say only 550 miles, but yeah, 550 miles in Missoula. Well, there is a Kenny dealership here, I guess. We'll see if we want to discover that or not. So let's just get right on the road. Nothing really much to see there, as we can tell right now. Like I said, don't have that far to go. But nothing to it. But to do it, let's get on the road, get this delivery done, so maybe we can start heading up towards Canada later on in the afternoon hours. We won't get to Canada, of course, today, but maybe find a load that goes that direction. That's what we're kind of looking for. Always wait till you come to a full stop before the light turns green, doesn't it? So we are in Casper, Wyoming, is where we ended last episode in the evening hours. See if we can get through town here. No, I'm going to get every red light going. Of course we are. Come to the stop. Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, we'll drive until about 6 o'clock in the evening. And then we'll be back on a regularly scheduled programming, which means going to bed at 8, waking up at 6, driving from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., and rinse, lather, repeat, basically, is what we're doing. The wear and tear on the truck, yeah, is starting to get up there a little bit. I'm really not anxious to see, but excited to see at what point, when we stop at a weigh station, is DOT going to say, you know what, that truck doesn't quite pass for us. Now, I remember previously I've gotten tires up to 40%, and I just about had it at that point. And I fixed my truck. For some reason, I think I need to get in this lane. I don't know why. But we should be coming back up. We should be getting back on the I-25 sometime soon. At least I would think. So we looked at the Western Star at the end of the last episode because Western Star had a lot of upgrades come along in the 1.4 update. And yeah, we saw the price of that Western Star, and it kind of threw me off there for a bit. I'm like, okay, so trucks are getting expensive. The higher level we get, the more options we get, the better options we get. So I may need more money than I originally thought when we go to trade this truck on in. Well, the one thing about the Western Star I could not see, but then again, we're only level 15, so I don't have everything unlocked, is I couldn't find the transmission I was really looking for, the gearbox. I usually like a 12-speed, but we can make other ones work. I mean, we did at the beginning of the series. It's just that the 12-speed is what I'm used to because it works good for my 8-shifter that we have for my G27 steering wheel. But you know what? We'll make it work. It may take a little bit getting used to in the future, but right now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. We are a long ways away from that, it seems like. Back on to the Interstate, I do believe, is where we're at now. We did fuel up last night, so we are good to go all the way to Missoula and beyond. No traffic coming, so we are good. Let's get on over to here. So one of the questions, and I brought it up many times before, but it just keeps coming on up. The advisory screen at the bottom, the minimal advisory screen, that link should be in the description below, and that is on the Steam Workshop. So that should bring it right to that minimal advisory screen where it shows you your mail, the value, not the value, but how much money your company has, your truck, where, everything like that. Yeah, that's the minimal advisory bar, I think it's called, or something like that. But yeah, it's right in the Steam Workshop. It's made by Patrick, the same modder who made Realistic Economy. So, and I believe on his pages on the workshop, he lists everything to all of his mods that he has. So if you're looking for realistic economy and the minimal advisory screen at the bottom. He should have the links in all of his workshop pages. Now that's out of the way. Yeah, going up through Wyoming. So this should be the next map that SES releases for ATS. I haven't really heard an ETA on that yet. Not that I've been really looking for it, but I just haven't heard or seen of it. And of course, after Wyoming, I guess it's Texas is what they're saying. And oh yeah, by the way, I kind of forgot. I have not gotten a chance to check out the quote-unquote invisible wall that we ran into when we crossed the state line from Colorado into Wyoming in the left lane that we were in. Haven't had a chance to go back and check it on out to see what's going on there. Been rather busy, so didn't get a chance to check it out. But just be aware that it could be there. But obviously, to me, it was a visible wall because we took no damage on the truck. No damage on the cargo either, if I'm not mistaken, right? Everything's good back there. It should have a little wear and tear on the trailer by now. I got 1%. Visit service station immediately. Well, I think we're fine. It's all tire wear. At some point, we'll repair the truck, but I'm hoping I don't have to do it until we trade in the truck. Just to do that test. But I mean, I can do the test either way. Any wear and tear on the truck technically will decrease the value of it. On our way to Missoula, yeah, we've already come down. I think we actually came down the I-25 from Montana to Wyoming through Colorado down to Texas, I think. Is that where we went? I think we were going. That was on one of the trips where we slowly made our way down to the Florida Keys. Oh, losing all my speed going up this hill. Come on, keep those RPMs up, hopefully. Or am I going to downshift? I think I'm going to downshift. And maybe downshift again. Downshift again. Now we're slowly gaining those RPMs back. Allow all the cars to pass us in the fast lane. We're doing 46 and an 80. Should have my four-way flashers on, but I forgot what key that is. It's been a long time since I used my four-way flashers in ATS, and I don't want to be hitting the wrong button right now. Alright, now we're going to be taking the I-90 westbound. Once we merge on, actually I think we're technically on it now. We don't really merge on it, we just continue on. It seems kind of weird that it looks like we're going straight when we're going from I-25 to I-90. So for those who don't know, in the US, the odd number interstates go north to south, and the even numbered interstates go west to east. In case you didn't know that, there's a little tidbit for you. Alright, got the cruise control back on, nice and flat. At least we're getting some brush for scenery again. And honestly, Wyoming is pretty much, I don't want to say mostly like that, but not much vegetation around there. It's mostly wide open range. At least for the most part. At least the areas I was mostly in the southeastern part of Wyoming and on up to Casper. That's the areas I pretty much traveled. But of course, when you go up into the Rockies itself, then yeah, you get some more shrubbery and trees, of course. But on the interstate, yeah, it's can I say the word barren? What's my ETA there? 4:20 in the afternoon. Would it be worth it to really turn and burn? Meaning after I get my delivery done, it's gonna be 4:30. That's gonna leave me like an hour and a half to go somewhere. Or should we just shack it up for the night in Missoula? I'll have to make up our mind when we get there. See how I feel when we get there. See what kind of loads that we have leaving Missoula. If we got a good load, then we'll probably take it, travel the hour and a half if I can, and find somewhere to stop. And if we can't find nothing, then we'll just sleep overnight and see if we got any better loads for the next day. That truck was going awfully slow. And then there was a car in the fast lane, so no chance of me passing anyone. Must have been a truck that came onto the interstate or something like that. That's why he had to slow down. So if you do remember at the end of every episode, we kind of check to see what our drivers are doing. And for the most part, our drivers are on long distance drive right now, so I don't expect... we already saw one load come in overnight. I'm not sure, maybe we can expect one more today. Oh, speed limit slowed right on down to 65, 80 to 65, huh? Just cruise on down slowly. Must be going downhill because not really decreasing speed much. Alright, that's good enough. Let's get back over here. And if you got, we are hauling a wind turbine to something. Costco, that makes sense. So it looks like we actually were in this. We were actually going northbound through here last time. I thought we came down through, but I guess I'm wrong there because we were in that rest area right there. Scoot on over. That little minivan sounds kind of like, I don't know, it was like an echo going through the truck here when I was going past here. Seemed kind of interesting, but oh well. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll just have to wait to get to Missoula and drop off this load and see what kind of cargo is available to us. Like I said, if nothing interesting, then we may go. Oh, we got some open space here. Is that supposed to be water? Because there's actually a reflection. Or is that just an open? That could have been. Yeah, I got some more there. A couple areas like that on the coast to coast map where I just see a load come in for 1,000. Yep, there we go, and leveled up. I'm really looking for Mimi to level up. She's the last one that needs to level up. And she'll have 4 points in the long distance hauling, then we can put her on a balanced schedule. A balanced diet. But I was talking about before that it looked like a water reflection. Yeah, there are some spots here and there because they're constantly working on the map to where they don't have, can I say, ground or floor. I assume if I were to drive right over that, and there's a Ford sign out in the middle of nowhere, but I would assume if I were to drive over that, I might just fall right through the map, and I don't want to do that. Now we should be staying right on this road all the way through to Missoula, so I don't have to really worry too much about taking an exit until we get there. And we still got like another 360 some odd miles to go, so plenty more hours to drive here. Probably should double check, but we can look afterwards, is see how many miles I've actually put on this truck so far. Not many. As far as trucking goes, not many. It's got to be over 10,000 miles, all right? Must have put 10,000 miles on this. Slide it on over. Trying to see, I saw where it was telling me to go to Billings. I'm like, technically I think we are going to Billings, so we're not really getting off here. We're just taking a 90-degree long swing. Ooh, a little bit too fast there, Peanut. A little bit too fast. Yeah, you're all set now. Slide it on over. 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 Sl too hot going around that corner. I was too busy reading that billboard trying to see what it said before instead of looking for traffic. I should be looking for traffic. But for some reason, I still didn't even get the chance to read that billboard back there. I have no idea what it said. That is an awfully big plane leaving some kind of an airport here. Did not know Montana had that big of an airport, but maybe they do. Oh, 65 again? Alright, so I need to chill a little bit. There we go. And now just cruise. Picking up some time on ETA, which is good. So if we do turn and burn, at least we'll get some mileage on. And our goal is to get back up into the British Columbia of Canada and coast around there for a little bit. Maybe take some one-day jumpers. Just do one-day deliveries from here to there, just so we can tour Pro Mods Canada a little bit more than we did last time. And we were only up there for like half of an episode and half of another episode when we left. But that was in our early days when we were just trying to... I think I was driving for someone else at that time, even though we had trucks on the road. I was driving for others at that time. I do believe that's what we were doing. So, I don't want to say we were limited of what rides we could take and what cargo we could take. I was wondering, I saw that, I'm like, am I going to have to stop at the way station? Nope. We are GTG. But one of these days we're going to pull into one of those and they're going to say, yep, your truck does not pass. Here's a small fine for you. So we're not really chewing into the miles as much as I thought we would at the beginning, but still going to get there today. I was actually thinking we would get there sooner than originally what I thought, but oh well. I mean, 550 some odd miles in a day is still a decent day. A lot better than if we were taking external contracts, because external contracts you can only drive max speed of 65. There's a couple times today we were driving up near 80. Speaking of, speed limit's back up to 70, so we'll go ahead and do a little bit over. I guess I'd like to get there just a little bit early, so if we do turn and burn, head out of Missoula and hopefully reach a rest area somewhere that fits our needs. One thing I was noticing though, when 1.4 came out, and I was deleting the older mods, being like the Coast to Coast map for 1.39, same thing with Pro Mods. It's like, yep, I need to go through my mods list and my mods folder and delete some of this stuff. I got a lot of stuff in there that I'm pretty sure does not work at all. Like all of Jazzy Cat stuff that I have for traffic, I'm sure I haven't used that stuff in over years, so I mean, I think it would work, and don't worry, that's just our loan payment, but there'd be like a lot of pink and reddish cars and textures that don't work. It's an awfully close guardrail. I think that guardrail is actually backwards of what the way it should be. Slower traffic, keep right. That's what I'm doing. I forgot. What are we getting paid for this delivery? $3,200. Okay. So that's going to cover our loan payment for the day. Yeah, we're slowly digging into that loan payment. Oh, I just love cars that got a pass at the last second. They have to hit their brakes and get off the interstate. That's just lovely. Hopefully when I hit my brakes, no one rammed into the rear of us. Nope, we're fine. Everything's fine. All the cargo's good. Bunch of real life truckers wish they had a button like that where you can just hit a button and check on the cargo. I'm like, yeah, everything's fine back there. It's all good. But then again, I'm sure I hope you're not driving like I do. So, terrible. I always feel like when I get below 200 miles on a trip that I'm in the home stretch. That's kind of the good and the bad about the... Geez, when people get off the interstate, they just like really have to slow down. That's the good and the bad about the ETA down there and let you know how many miles you got left. Sometimes you tend to stare at it way too much instead of just driving and enjoying the scenery. At least I do anyways. No, I said shift to 12, please. Thank you. The one time I remember staring at a lot, and I don't think this was in my early days of ATS on this channel. But we did take a load from the Florida Keys, and I went over to Seattle, Washington. That was a long journey. And that was before I had the sleep option back on. And it still took like 3 days to drive that far. And I want to say, I don't remember what the load even was, but we got like $180,000 for that delivery. That's one thing I like about this realistic economy mod. We're not getting paid ridiculous amounts to where after every load we can just go ahead and buy a truck or pay off a loan. So I'm not going to ask. There's a car there that's overheating, and right after that is an 18-wheeler that apparently may have some kind of wheel issue, maybe get a tire changed. There's an interesting concept that just came across my mind. If they could add that to the game to where we have trouble with our tires. Now, when I mean that, I don't mean like when you have tires that are like at, say, 2-3% wear and tear. The chance of the tire blowing out are really rare, but as you go along, like I am right now, we're like at maybe 30% chance, or not 30% chance, 30% wear. There's a better chance at some point the tire could get some kind of defect to where it blows out or whatever. So the longer you go on tires, the chance of the tire having an issue, the chance goes up. So you have to pull over and, I don't know, maybe wait an hour while, quote unquote, your driver gets out and changes the tire, or more likely a service truck comes out and changes the tire for you. We must be going uphill because holy crap did my miles per hour drop. I think I remember this before. We're going to drop way down to maybe like, I'm not going to bother to shift one gear at a time. I'm skipping gears here because I know we're going to drop like a rock. Yep, I remember that from last time. At least that when I'm prepared for it, you're ready for it, it's not much of an issue. And now... yeah, we get this. That's what I like to do. Stop right on the interstate. That's what I just love to do. Oh, got a car coming. I mean, he was nice enough to let that trucker in, but now he's screwed up everything. And now I'm in the fast lane and not be able to pass him. Hey, there's a delivery that's being done. $84 miles an hour. That's right. we can do 84. That's all downhill though. Alright, now that everything's back under control, let's get back over to the lane we need to be in. That's right, I remember making a joke before about Butte, Montana. That's right, Butte. I know what you want to say, but that's not how they say it. Well, that's not how they correctly say it. Trying to figure out why everyone's slowed way down for that corner. It is a sharp corner, let's not, you know, deny that, but Missoula, we want this lane-ish, means go straight. We'll get back over here. I'm not really sure why that car, yeah, now the car gets back in this lane as well. Kind of weird how the road where we just went through zigzags quite a bit actually. Must be the way when they were making the map, the roads probably didn't quite line up, so they just kind of jerry-rigged it together. How are we doing on miles? 77. All right, so we're just about there. Yeah, so about 3:45. Like I said, this leaves us about 2 hours left on our clock once we can, if we find a good load. If we don't, then maybe we'll just call it a day, relax a little bit, go out in the town of Missoula, have dinner, come back, relax, wake up fresh and early tomorrow, and get back to stomping on the road. And hopefully we can find a load to the BC. Or, like I've been saying, we get there and we find a really decent load tonight, and we find a rest area 2 miles out. 2 miles out. What the heck would you even leave town for? 2 hours out. And we'll stop there. But we're going to find out here very shortly. So we're bringing this wind turbine to Costco, which is kind of an interesting combination there. Maybe they're selling wind turbines now. It's been a long time since I've been to a Costco. But whatever. Whatever. Hey, a Santa Fe train. It's rather short for a train out there throughout this general area. Am I still riding behind that Jeep Grand Cherokee that's in front of us at staying right with them though, aren't we? I don't know if it's the same exact one, but it seems like it is. I see how it is. You can't let a trucker pass you, can you? And also when we upgrade, or yeah, well, it is an upgrade for a truck. I'll definitely pick out a different kind of a paint scheme for it. throw a little bit of extra cash into a decent paint scheme, I suppose. Miles out, so it says. Start staring at the GPS so I can kind of get a rough idea if I can start seeing it start blinking at me. Am I getting off here? I am. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like to put a direction light on now, Peanut. You're already down the off ramp. That's brilliant. I like how that car got off the interstate and it's going right back on. Oh, I got a green light. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, come on. I was actually past it. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue. Not going to argue with that one. Anyone need an RV? Alright, so our destination is on the left. Where am I going with this thing? Am I supposed to turn in here? Can't really say if I'm supposed to turn to that parking lot. That looks like a Walmart parking lot. The GPS is not showing the road going to the left here, so I thought maybe I couldn't cross there. Is there... Oh, I should be able to cross there. Unless there's a visible wall here. So to get into Costco, I have to go through the Walmart parking lot? Well, we're going to cheese it a little bit. Might be a wall here, though. Well, there isn't a wall here. Cannot really see where I'm delivering this to. I haven't found the blinkies yet. I see it now. Alright. We're fine. So no signs out here at all to what area is what. The reason why I'm turning around this way is when I back in I can see where we're going. Because it is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze going through here. But now I know there's no wall here. We can kind of do this. Make sure we're in R1. So no invisible wall here, no wall barrier. It definitely makes this parking job a lot easier. Oh wow, I still missed it that bad. That's, jeez. And stalled out the truck as well. A lot of trains around here. Okay, kind of hugged the Kenny right there. There we go. Wait for it to decouple. And of course, it's always an excellent job here at Nut Trucking. Good experience, good amount of cash, almost level 16. Let's see what we got for the job market here. Like I said, we got a couple hours left on our clock. So, freight market, anything going right up to the BC. Now let's click on Missoula. There we go. Mexico, Nevada, Helena is kind of like the opposite direction. Oh, that's kind of getting us out there. That's also close, but I don't think anything going to the BC. Nope, nothing going to the BC. I mean, there's a couple loads here. I mean, that's not too far. What's today? Today... No, see, I won't be able to get there. Today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, yeah. They're expecting it pretty much today, early evening, and I won't be able to get there with the hours I got left on my clock. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work either. So you're expecting this tomorrow at 2. That's 311 miles. I mean, I could start taking that load. Yeah, I'm thinking about it and fighting with myself about it. Do I want to take a short load or not? You know what? I'm thinking we find some place to rest up and let's go to the world map. See if we can find the rest area here in Missoula. I know there's a couple. So you can't sleep at the garage that you don't own. So we'll have to go. Usually there's a rest area at a dealership. Well, we're gonna go over to here. It's not too far. Alright, let's go ahead and get, should I say, on the road? We're going to give ourselves a short day, is what we're doing. Might be right back here tomorrow morning getting a load anyways. Looks like the stop sign's here, so we'll go out this way. And make sure we come to a complete full stop like I did. Looks like the Missoula School District. That's where they park all the buses during the day. Night when not being used. And we'll just slightly cruise through Missoula for the rest of the afternoon. Well, for the next 15 miles, and then me and Cindy are going to get out and enjoy the nightlife of Missoula, Montana for many hours. We got about 4 hours to do whatever we please. No, let's not get too red light tickets today. At the same light, no, nonetheless. That'd be that'd be just awesome, getting a red light ticket at the same red light within the last hour. There goes a nice looking Mac. Oh, why did... I hate when traffic does that. Now I can't get around you. Can I? I can. I mean, it's partially my fault. I turned and AI traffic thought I was just going to go, so he did stop. But I'll just get a rolling start so I can go behind him. We'll also fuel up as well, like we always do. That way, tomorrow morning we're ready just to turn and burn it. Nice place for a bush right in front of a sign. Always seems to be that way. I'm kind of interested to see this rest area that we're going to. Because on the map, it doesn't really it's not really like showing it there, but all the symbols say it's there. Looks like a heart. Looks like all the truckers are going to the rest area for the day. Actually, it looks like a nice little rest area. It's huge. Looks like I was trying to go to the junkyard. Don't want to go to the junkyard. Alright, let's put some diesel fuel in this puppy. You can actually hear the fuel going into the tank. At least that's what I thought the sound was. I'm not really sure I know what that sound actually is. Alright, now we just gotta find ourselves a parking spot, which there are plenty of. Does this count? It does. Don't park right underneath the light, because birds will sit up there and crap all over your truck. Plus, if I were to sleep, I wouldn't want a light right over my truck anyways. And there we go. We are going to call it a night right there. Early afternoon. What is that noise? Ah, it's got to be the salvage yard is what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing over there. Anywho, like we always do, let's exit on out and let's go ahead and see what our drivers are up to. Which is usually no good. Alright, so he's still got another 36 hours in that delivery. 15 hours, so that's tomorrow. 65 hours, 60 hours. 2 deliveries tomorrow, 3 deliveries. And she's the one waiting for her to level up. Then we'll put her on balance, and then she'll get more points, everything else. But I think overall, I forgot, where's her show log? She hasn't missed any... No, she's not having any trouble getting loads anywhere, so she's pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and... What are we earning now per week? Up to $64,800 a week now that we're bringing in. And the bank. How are we doing on that loan here? So we've paid off $50,000 on our $1 million loan so far. So that's not too bad. We're only paying 2%, which is really cheap. So can't complain about that at all. Can't complain about that at all. Let's exit on that, and I think we're pretty much all set. So next episode we'll get a load, hopefully going up to the BC, and possibly level up. I mean, if we go up to the BC, we definitely should. At least I would think. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.